Warning, this video contains strong language and profanity, may not be suitable for children and sensitive adults. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Sorry about that, folks. What's up, everybody? The Chicago Sports Talk, Michael, back at it again with another video / topic. So let's get to the Detroit Lions. Everyone, I've done a video on most of the NFC North teams, giving my thoughtful opinion, but one team that I'm kind of saving the best for last because they've been so overhyped, it's not even funny. And a lot of people on stream think that the Lions, god damn, you hear that thunder? That thunder's like, but regardless, I think the Lions are, actually, no, screw that. The Lions have to be the most overrated team ever in existence. They had, like, people said that Dan Campbell is the future of the Lions. Dan Campbell is the truth. Dan Campbell literally was in the same boat as Eberflus. They haven't done anything. Sure, Dan Campbell had, I guess you could say, 9-8 was a winning record, but at the end of the day, they were in the they ended the same spot as everyone else that was eliminated, the couch. They sat on the couch after they eliminated the Packers from playoff contention. That's where they were at the end of the game, the couch. Just like the Bears were, just like the Packers were, just like every other team that was eliminated. So you can't say that Dan Campbell is the future when he hasn't even shown that the team can make the playoffs. All right, and are we sure, like Lions fans, gun to your head, I want you to really answer this question. And Don Burr, I want you to answer this question, even though I think you're probably going to be not going to answer this question correctly. Gun to your head. If you think that you guys couldn't win with Matthew Stafford, Megatron, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, Golden Tate in his prime, what makes you think you can win with Jared Goff? And the Lions don't have a better receiving core than the receiving core that I just gave you. He also had Marvin Jones too, on top of that, in his prime before he was washed. And oh my God, like, the Lions' offensive line was always great. Like, how can you sit there and say that the Detroit Lions are better with Dan Campbell, which I think Dan Campbell is a fraud? And let me go review your guys' schedule real quick. Hold on real quick. You guys are losing to Kansas City. Like, we don't even need to discuss that. I don't even know why it's an opening night. You guys are getting stomped out by Kansas City. Like, let's be honest. Don Burr and Mark Andrews, who's also a Lions fan, I'm convinced, you guys are getting stomped out by Kansas City. Guaranteed it. You guys will lose to Seattle. You're gonna win against Atlanta. You're gonna win against Green Bay. You're gonna win against Carolina. You're gonna win against Tampa Bay. You'll lose to Baltimore. You'll beat the Raiders. You'll lose to the Chargers. You'll split with us. Then you'll beat the Packers. Then you'll lose to the Saints. You'll lose to the Bears. You'll lose to Denver. You'll lose to the Vikings. You'll lose to Dallas. You split with the Vikings. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You basically have 9 wins I'm predicting. You guys are not winning 10 games, my guy. Like, it's just like you guys are setting yourself up for failure, absolute failure. Jared Goff, like people want to say, oh, Jared Goff is good. Jared Goff is elite. What has he done outside of McVay? Oh, he made the Super Bowl. Well, that was because of McVay. He doesn't have McVay anymore. So where is he right now? He's literally he's at best he's probably Alex Smith. At least Alex Smith went to the playoffs millions of times. What has Jared Goff done? It's just like you Lions fans are setting yourself up for quite a disappointment season. I don't believe in the Lions. Lions gonna lion. Trust me when I say that. Lions gonna lion. Book it. Jared Goff is trash. Dan Campbell is still a fraud. And people are still thinking that the Lions are gonna do shit. Guess what? If they couldn't do it with Matthew Stafford, Megatron, Calvin Johnson, Golden Tate in his prime, what makes you think that they could do it with Jared Goff? Jameson Williams is suspended. Only thing that you guys have is Amon St. Brown, who is a top 15 at best. Who do you guys really have? Who do you guys really have on that offense? I'll wait. All you have is a good offensive line and a good run game, which running the football does not win you games anymore. Do you want to know what wins games in this league? Having a great quarterback that you can depend on. Can you really depend on Jared Goff to win you a game? Because let me tell you something. As much as people want to big up old Jay Cutler as the greatest quarterback in Bears history, I think Justin Fields, and no, I don't think it's a fact. Justin Fields is way better than Jay Cutler ever was. I know it's not saying much, but Jared Goff is nowhere near the talent as Matthew Stafford was. And Matthew Stafford literally went to the same team that Jared Goff couldn't win a Super Bowl with and won a ring with them. Yeah, I know it was fluky, but regardless, a ring is a ring. A ring is a ring. A win is a win at the end of the day. At the end of the day, Stafford has one ring, something that the Lions didn't have in their existence. Like, you could say what you want, but at the end of the day, he didn't win it with your team. Stafford is the best quarterback in your entire franchise history. And that's sad for itself. Like I said, Lions, you're gonna learn the hard way. And then when you guys are setting up for disappointment, just be glad you have 9 wins. And then you'll probably this is the same franchise that fired Jim Caldwell of a 9-7 record. You really think that the Lions won't fire Dan Campbell if they have a 9-8 record? I'm looking at the schedule. Who do you see beating? You're not beating the Bears. Like, you're not sweeping the Bears again. That was 1 year, and the Bears were rebuilding. You guys have been rebuilding since you ever been existed. You guys have the longest playoff drought in NFL history. Where there is no hope for you. Anyways, that's it. That's all. Hit the subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.